Hey everyone, special Saturday night show because I was approached by a friend who said that there was someone who needed everyone's help and has a really interesting story. And I really even haven't heard the whole story yet myself. So introduce the beautiful Martina. Really interesting
Thank
story.
you.
Hi. Was that an ad? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear like feedback. Can you hear yourself?
Martina. There we go. You have it playing in the background, Doll?
Yeah, I can hear like feedback. Can you hear yourself?
You have it playing in the background on one of your tabs. You have it
Oh,
playing in the
really?
background, Doll?
Ah, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm like an old lady when it comes to
You have
this
it playing in the
stuff.
background on one of your tabs. See, there we were 5 minutes ago.
There we go. There we go. Better now. Sorry, I'm like an
All
old
right.
lady when it comes to this computer stuff and these hangouts.
Well, we're good now. No worries. It's fine. So, I guess start from the beginning. Tell us about yourself and who you are. We don't have many mutual friends, which I'm sure will change after today. So, tell us about yourself and what you do and your story, because what I've read so far is pretty interesting.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm from New York City. I live in Brooklyn, and I'm an artist. I do it full time. I'm a performance artist. I've been in the burlesque world for quite a few years now, and as you can imagine, that world is extreme lefty social justice warrior types and feminists. And it's just this past election has really brought out all the differences in each other and the anger. And a lot of people do anti-Trump kind of acts, and there's a lot of outspoken people in the community. And when they found out that I was a Trump supporter, it was all the extreme cases of he's Hitler, he's going to round up the Jews and blacks and gays in concentration camps. This they're telling me, and I'm just like, no, I don't agree, and this is crazy. And then it just turned into after the election, I think it was a surprise to everyone about the results. And happy about jumping back into the community and going back into work, and for a good reason, because they really started ganging up after the election. The more political stuff that I started doing, writing blog. I only have 2 blog articles that I wrote, and they freaked out over them. I've been on Gavin McInnes' show, and they freaked out over that. And it seems that they're just like super angry. I have these like anti-fascist groups after me as well, and they started calling my employment, people that book me, theaters that I've worked, and everyone slowly started to back out, and the burlesque community is calling me Nazis. They went on campaigns. Like, there are Facebook campaigns that have my name and my stage name, and they're saying she's a proud white supremacist and a Nazi, and they're having all these discussions about what a Nazi I am, and that it's okay to dehumanize me, and that it's okay to attack me the way they are because it's their First Amendment right. And I'm saying, hey guys, this is libel, and it could cause me danger. You could put me in danger saying this kind of stuff. And they go, oh, boo-hoo, cry about it. It's our First Amendment right. And, this is what you are. And I'm like, this is crazy.
It's really hard. It's been like so hard for me to not say anything through that whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just hypocrisy, and it's scary for someone like anybody. I feel like, look at Vince Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone on the right in the art world is chastised and intimidated and harassed because I don't know what it is. First of all, I find it interesting that feminists are in your sort of line of, performance because, well, maybe not.
I think feminism has changed a little bit. The old feminists, like the Guerrilla Girls and stuff, they found any sort of nudity with women in the arts offensive, and they, went all up in arms over feminism with that. And now it's gone so far 180 that feminism in art has become the, making yourself into a vagina. Like, it's so vaginal, this stuff. As there's always one thing, and they switch what they're. It makes no sense to me. I don't know.
I don't know what their message is. I mean, what is your recourse in your situation? I mean, what do you have other than publicity to help you at this point? Like, I don't even know what you can do. It's not like the media is going to cover you and be sympathetic. It's not like they're going to change their mind.
There's some media sources. I mean, I've had the Post interested in what's going on. A gig at before, and as a performer, so I've thought about reaching out to them directly to have an exclusive relationship with their banquet and their events that they hold. If they need entertainment, I can help them with that, because maybe they need that and I can offer that as a supporter. I don't know. I mean, I have also bumped into a lot of people, because this is happening to me, that have come to my support directly. And it's really shown me that there are others like me in the community and in the arts community, and that they're scared as well. And they're scared of getting the treatment that I've gotten. And we are here, and we are the counterculture. And it's our duty to start shifting things a little bit.
I mean, maybe it's time for there to be like an insurgence, and you hate to divide, we will not divide. You hate to divide, but at this point, it's really us against them. I mean, they've shown that they pull no punches. They're out to get anybody that disagrees with them, no matter what it takes.
I mean, they are saying in these chat rooms on Facebook about me that, like, they want to drive me out of New York. I'm born and raised in New York. They want to drive me out of New York. They're demanding that any producer, any venue, not book me. They want me to stop working. They have absolutely no remorse. When you read these things that they're saying about me, a lot of these people don't even know me. Like, a lot of them, like, I don't know who you are, but you're saying these vile things and so angry at me. I'm scared to answer my door. I'm scared to walk around the city in the subway, because I'm like, who's going to recognize me from all these hate campaigns? And
well, did you do something crazy other than write 2 blogs and go on a show? I mean, is there something crazy that you did outside of write 2 blogs and go on a show?
You have to understand that the people that I'm dealing with are not just regular Democrats. These are the social justice warrior feminists, like the epitome of what we are angry with this PC war. I mean, these people don't believe in borders. They think this is a nation of immigrants and we stole this land and white people are bad. And even, I mean, like, this is the logic of people I'm dealing with. So it's like, me being a Trump supporter and being right-wing at all and going out and publicly saying what I'm saying is like, I am a Nazi to them.
Were you always a conservative, or did you start on the left and move center and then move right? Like, how did it begin? Or you just kept it quiet and not said a word about it?
I mean, I think that I have always had it in me, but I have maybe in the past subscribed to some of these feminist lifestyles, like being, doing burlesque and, living by myself and having a cat and just thinking, oh, independent woman, never wanting to settle down. Subscribe to these things a little bit, but I've always been an entrepreneur. My mother is an immigrant. My older sister is an immigrant. So I have old world values and tradition, which is very conservative. I've studied alchemy.
Hold on. You're from a family of immigrants, just like Trump's wife is an immigrant, and yet they think you hate your own family. Like, but not like they listen. I know they don't listen. I know it's pointless. I know it's pointless to have a conversation or even attempt to have a conversation. Yeah. So,
well, their rationale is that I'm white. So white immigrants don't matter to them, and they kind of overlook legal immigrants a lot of the times, and they just kind of pity the illegal immigrants, like they have a right to be here and that laws shouldn't matter because we're a racist country and we stole the land from And it just doesn't make sense. And I believe in doing it the right way. My family did it the right way. They think that it's easier for us because we're white. We were escaping communism in Croatia. There's a Muslim
privilege.
Yeah. And I mean, they basically say white privilege. You know, and so just stuff like that. Any basic sort of right-wing stuff is extreme to them. If I don't subscribe 100% to their PC world and that whole thing. So that in itself just set them off, you know, crazy. Then anti-fascist group, the same group of anti-fascists that were running around DC with the masks and the black, and they were smashing the limousines and setting things on fire. These extreme, crazy, radical group, domestic terrorists, frankly, they are obsessed with Trump supporters and calling us fascists. And so they targeted me and my, you know, election night party and this group of friends that we have, Nazi group. And they wrote an article about my election night party, and they featured me in it. And so that gave them like proof, some silly like WordPress blog. These crazy, I mean, these are the exact same groups, anti-fascist groups, that are doing these things in DC. Like, they're absolutely insane groups. Me and
so the anti-fascist fascists, those people, you mean?
Yes. They're very.
I called them anti-fa-fa before.
Exactly. And that's, you know, it's funny because that's what I call the burlesque girls. We call them burlesque Nazis. It's just so funny that they're going crazy about calling me a Nazi, that they're acting like Nazis, hunting down the Jew and anyone associated to the Jew. That me and my friends joke, we call them burlesque Nazis. That's what they are.
It's like they're beating you to death while screaming "Love Trump's hate." It's
yeah.
There was a way to get them on camera and like, I've been scheming so many different ways to get these people to actually just what they're doing. They don't have to agree with us, but just to observe their own behavior, because I don't feel like if they saw it, they would feel the same way as they do as they're acting it out. It's just completely irrational by every stretch of the imagination. Like, as a libertarian / conservative, whatever I am now, I don't even know, but as that right leaning person, I would never treat someone that way. And it's like, what's wrong here? There's something wrong with these people. Like, there's something mentally wrong.
Well, that's the thing, and that's what I was trying to explain to them when I was in this chat about me. I was giving them info about the Nazis and how they started to dehumanize the Jews, and that became, when you dehumanize them, that allows for this type of behavior to be allowed and to be encouraged, because they're human, they're evil, they're horrible. And that's exactly the type of mentality that they're doing. I mean, they find it completely acceptable to do this type of behavior, to run me out, to make campaigns, to publicly post. I mean, even if I disagreed with someone and thought they were extreme and insane people, I mean, I don't sit there and call out and I target an individual and enjoy this campaign of hate against someone. I mean, what do they want? Do they want me to kill myself? Like, what will make them happy?
Well, you know, bullying does lead to suicide, so no one should bully. I mean, everything they're doing is the exact opposite of what they
preach.
Right. I mean, it's my face is like this because it's so overwhelmingly crazy. Like, I don't even know. You don't even have a recourse. Like, I feel horrible because I'm like, what can you do? You're in I'm from New York, so I know where you're at, and I get it. And you know, there were a few of us. I mean, I've got a ton of conservative libertarian friends that I can hook you up with that can help you for sure. But like, that doesn't help you make money. You know, that doesn't help you live there and not live in fear. That doesn't help to stop this sort of bullying. So, you know, did you have any ideas, or did you do any brainstorming other than just getting this story out as to what you're going to do to support yourself or stop this?
No, there is, like, you know, cease and desist letters I can send out to people that made these posts, but it's like they feel so self-righteous about it. They don't realize what they're doing is libel. They think it's their First Amendment. I go, free speech is not allowing libel and harassment.
It's not like
They have,
these folks have money anyway, even if you were to sue them, like
yeah,
that's a civil action, correct? So
yeah, and it's just, I do feel a bit hopeless about it, but I do want them to sort of. I mean, I thought the election would be a slap into the face of reality, and that maybe things would click a little, that their ideology is a little bit off, and they've been scammed a little bit. But no, they went full on out even more, and it's just, I really don't know if there is any rationale with them, like, at all. It's just, I kind of treat it as a type of cleansing, where it's calcination and just burning and of these people, and it's going to make it awkward when I have to interact with them or I bump into them in a certain setting. But it's more awkward for them because they have this built up anger in a professional setting. Like, what is the problem? I don't agree with your politics. Do you see me freaking out over it? Like, okay.
yeah, maybe that's what it's going to take. Maybe we all. It's almost like you poke the bear, you poke the bear, you poke the bear, and then eventually that bear is going to wake up. And we're getting to the point where there's only so much you can push people before they act out and fight back, no matter what that takes. So I'm not changing the subject, and I'm going to figure this out because I'm going to figure it out for you. There will be something amazing. I will pledge that right now. But because it's just not right. I can't sit by and let this happen to people. It's just not right. You went by Shia LaBeouf's.
Oh yeah, the art exhibit. Yeah. Yeah, we went last night. Me and some of the Proud Boys. The Proud Boys is this group that they were labeling a Nazi group. It's just like Gavin McInnes's kind of little fraternal organization that it has a bunch of men that are just like proud to be men and stuff. It's like Knights of Columbus all over again. It's quite fun. And,
I love the Proud Boys.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's a fun group. So I met up with some of them last night that said that they're going by, and man, I'm like an old lady. I tell you, I didn't want to go out late. We met up around midnight out there, and it kind of died down. They said that the liberals it was when they get a little back and forth action, that it's quite interesting, which I want to go back and visit. Apparently it's going to be up like for all 4 years is the plan. So there's a lot of opportunity to go out and visit or spread our message. But when we went last night, oh my God, it was so funny. To be honest, it was just a group of Trump supporters. Every single person, even if they weren't Proud Boys, they came by, holding flags, Trump flags, and they're like, sorry if this offends anyone. It's like, we're so polite. We're so friendly. We're so like excited about MAGA. It's like the left going there are the ones that look really like crazy. They look like they're in a cult. They're the ones that are upset and angry. I think it's actually going to show how like friendly and lighthearted supporters are, this project. I really do.
I think it was really funny. There was Paul Joseph Watson shared a link to these Italians, and
I saw them. The New Yorkers, the locals. These are real New Yorkers right here. This is why these people, these burlesque Nazis that are trying to run me out of New York, you go back to Kentucky. You go back to Ohio, wherever you're from. Real New Yorkers are. And you know what? Trump is a real New Yorker as well. He's from Queens.
Yes. And, the funny thing is, like I was saying, obviously Long Island, where I'm from went to Trump, and everywhere went to Trump except Manhattan. Now we know that's because we know that's because of Westchester went to Hillary, surprise. But we know that that's because of all the illegals that were voting and all of the dead people that were voting. And, a fair majority of New York City, I'm sure, voted for Hillary Clinton. But there are a lot of us out there. Like, you can bump into Staten Island. Go to Staten Island. You can bump into quite a few Trump supporters.
Yeah, I bet Staten Island loves them too. Yeah, I mean, I did a gig last night out in Queens somewhere. It was some private event, and I had people run up to me and go, I follow you on social media, and it's just like, yo, you like Trump, right? And I just kind of like stopped me dead in my tracks because I didn't want to be in a work situation and have to deal with like politics. But they were like, no, 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 it's cool. Like, so are we. So are we. Look, look. They're showing me photos of them and their daughters in Trump gear. And they're just like, no, you're awesome. You're awesome. So there really is other people, and we are all afraid. And so we are really, really, we're all coming together. I'm meeting a lot of new people. It's so, I don't know, I feel like something good will happen. I'll be around to be a better mental state and to be around people that can actually help, because I feel like conservatives we're really strong-willed, like determined, hardworking, ambitious people. And I just feel like the left are vampires. They've sucked me dry. They've used me. They have no integrity. They've sucked me dry. So
They're horrible people. They're horrible people. You know, it's not because they're liberals. It's not because they're social justice warriors per se. It's because they're horrible, soulless people. It's like they've been conditioned to be these empty, hateful zombies with no original thoughts in their heads.
Original.
It's the same.
That's what bothers me about the arts too, is because, you know, I've been told so many times, but you're an artist. How can you be conservative? I go, so that means I have to fit into a box? Like, I'm an artist. Yeah, that means I don't think in the box.
Did you, you know, I have a bunch of friends that, like, I have a friend that knows Anthony Frida. Maybe I can help you out there. Like, I'm just trying to think of how I can help you and connect you with people.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I know a lot of people in New York because that's where I'm from. So I'm just like, you know, I know a lot of people, and anybody I can surround you with that will be there, even for support.
Yeah, I definitely need support and, you know, good people around me, good social things. But I'm also working on, maybe in the summertime, I think is planned to do a nightlife event where it's not really based around politics, and it doesn't necessarily have to be just for conservatives, but it's for like the non-lefty, like brain dead people, because everything in nightlife, everything in New York is like all their shit. And so if we can just do a real free open event where there's just like real free minds, I think we all really want that. We all want to find other people that we can just go, oh my God, I can talk to you too. Oh my God, like just like can have a breath and go, wow.
Yeah, I'm working on something very early stages now in Myrtle Beach. I want to call Deplorable Pack, so DPAC instead of CPAC.
Oh, cute.
So we can get, like, you know, everybody from the deplorable circles that are not like maybe strict conservatives and maybe aren't, you know, people that are in the middle, independents, and get them all together and teach classes and get them to learn and have entertainment and have fun and have like a weekend conference.
Yeah, and that's what we need. We need to get together. I mean, I'm also doing these secret Republican meetings in New York City, speakers and different people to meet. There are some secret conservative artist meetings in New York.
Why do they need to be secret? This is the thing that pisses me off. I'm a vocalist, I sing. If I had to pretend that I wasn't conservative when I was out doing, you know, anything, I had to pretend I know some people that are actors and actresses in New York City that have to pretend that they're liberals and social justice warriors just to survive. I would die inside if I had to do that.
Well, see, that's why I got outed. This is why this whole snowball thing happened, was because we're backstage and, you know, we're all bitching about Trump and those anti-Trump acts, and it comes around full circle to me, and it's like, I can't lie. I'm not a good actress because I just can't subscribe to it. And I was like, well, I kind of like him. And it just turns into this whole thing. And
like the Scarlet Letter or something. Like, you're branded now.
Absolutely. So I'm the same way. I can't hide it, but there are a lot of people in complete fear. I mean, it's McCarthyism.
It's horrible.
So
we're at like, it seems so dramatic to say, but I say this all the time. It's like, we're at like a crossroads in this country. There is no middle ground anymore. You're either with us or against us. Like, and it's not because we wanted it to be that way.
They want to fight this fight, and Obama created this civil war, because I'm telling you, you can push this no good guy. He's totally a Hillary type person, New World Order, all that globalism stuff. Back then, the civil war that didn't exist back then.
No, it didn't. But at the same time, like a good Tom Woods, who's a friend, he did a post basically saying like the left did this, you guys did this, and it's great that Trump won because it's all going to come crumbling down. And that's one of the reasons why I jumped on board with Trump in the beginning. I'm like, he's going to rip this system to shreds. Great, because it's not working the way it is now. But now, like, let California go. For God's sake, send all those people to California. Like, let them go.
Yeah. In fact, can we just like send all the people in New York City on an island and just set it off adrift as well?
Make Manhattan its own country. Just get rid of it. Like, seriously, like, these people don't want to be here anyway. They don't want to be part of the United States of America. They do not believe in anything.
Right.
Anything American.
I mean, to them, an American flag, anything pro-American, is nationalism, is extreme. It's getting towards Nazism. It's like, how is representing your own country? Like, me, as first generation American, I'm so proud to be an American. I mean, like, I have more pride about it than most Americans that have been here since they can remember. I love America.
I've done the full spectrum, and yes, and I love that background. I have done the full spectrum in my political ideology. I have gone through everything, and I'm back here now at real world. It's not flowers and rainbows and unicorns. There are people out there who want to hurt us. We need to secure our country. We are not an endless sieve of which, you know, we're not like the teat from which everybody can just suck off of. I'm paying for this crap, me and you.
Well, I was talking to a girl on an airplane. She sat next to me, another performer. We were going on a trip to another country to perform, and we were talking about politics, and she said that the refugee issue that's going on in Europe, like what happened with France, you know, like all this terrorist activity and the refugee influx and issue, she had this like demeanor and like a laugh about it, and saying that she's glad, that she's happy, because it's essentially payback, it's karma for colonizing Africa.
Wow.
So
I just got to say this. I was a little bit nervous today because I saw Drudge, and I was reading about how the airports are now filled with people that are lost. They really don't have anywhere to go. They can't, well, not that they don't have anywhere to go. They can just go home. But, you know, I was going to go to art school, and I was going to be a cardiologist. And I'm like, holy crap, I don't know. It's almost like a game, like The Sims, where he pushed a button. He was like, oops, wrong thing. Let me rewind that a little. Like, I don't think he realized exactly what was going to happen when he did this, or maybe he did, which would be even better. But,
yeah,
you know, this has got to happen now so we can fix it.
Yeah.
And fix it and make it better so that it's easier for the right people that want to come here and assimilate and become Americans.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we got on immigration.
People don't realize that this has happened throughout history. I mean, it happened with the Irish. There was like a block of a vetting, like a stopping of immigrants coming in. They're Irish that were attacked. All sorts of different nationalities were stopped at some point, and there's extreme vetting going on. So I mean, this isn't
new. No, they're just making it new because it's Trump. It's happened several times before, absolutely. And I just think that the media is going to possibly can and overblow it and you know, crazy. Why don't we start, like, when I was back like in the libertarian circles really big, we had like we had almost like an agency that represented all of the libertarian musicians and artists, and it was like an employment or booking agency. I mean, it worked. We got gigs for everybody.
That's awesome.
In this, yeah, I mean, it worked for a small amount of time because things change, but it's a good idea. I mean, if we're going to have to, why not like buy from people and companies that you agree with? I think that that's the only way we're going to tackle this at this point.
Right, exactly. I think so too. That's why I reached out to can you hear me all right? I'm hearing like a really weird thing.
Yeah, I can hear you. Just the connection's not the greatest.
Okay, yeah. What were we saying?
I was saying that we need to buy money, spend money and hire people that share our views.
Yeah, that's why I definitely want to reach out to Trump hotels and people that are cool with working with me. I mean, I'm telling you, it feels so much better than lurking in the dark and in this secret hiding, and any minute someone's going to blow up and track their work with you, and it's just like
if you could like become the spokeswoman for conservative women who are being persecuted in their careers or in their fields, and like we could amass like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that are having the same experience, or like we just need to make everybody's voices heard and tell them that it's okay to speak out and it's okay to use your voice and not feel scared, because here, look at us all. We didn't even realize there were so many of us. Oh my gosh, there's thousands of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it really is amazing when you do start to get those people and see, I mean, even the Shia LaBeouf thing, seeing like these old women and the Italian locals, and it's just like, damn, yeah, see, this is why, like me, I'm a woman, like, yeah, artist woman in Brooklyn, just like there really are so many of us. It's just like this bubble too, where I really didn't think there are others, and it's just like, oh my God, there are others, yes, there are, let's all just come out and come together.
So is there any way by chance that I could get from you some links to some of these groups or chats that you're talking about? Because it never hurt to have a little good old fashioned troll fest, and we could get that trending pretty quick.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I can send you screen caps of stuff. God knows.
Like we could do like hashtag free Martina.
Oh my God, I love that. No, it should be, yeah, I mean, that works. Free Lady Alchemy.
Free Lady Alchemy.
Lady Alchemy.
Free con artist.
Yes. Well, that's why I think my name kind of fits, my show name fits a little bit more now, con artist, because people are like, she's been secretly, but she hates immigrants and minorities, and she's been infiltrating our secret art world. It's like, no, like I've performed for Pride. Like I've done so many things and support it. And the way that I interact with every single person has always been with kindness and respect and integrity. And it's just shocking to me that just because my politics, suddenly I'm like a racist. Like,
you've changed completely. Your whole personality is completely different now.
It's really funny too, because it only changed it. And it's funny because I'll get comments still on YouTube or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, you're just trying to do this to, impress your fiance. And I'm just like, you don't know anything about me. Like, I met my fiance because of politics. We were both on Gavin's show. I wrote my articles before I met him. Like, you have no idea about me.
It happens to everybody. Assumes they know everything about you. They know your story and they know why it is that you are faking, or you're like an infiltrator, or you're not who you say.
Yeah. Or they think that that I'm being swayed into this right-wing world, and I'm just, all these men are kind of controlling me and I'm trying to impress them. It's like I'm in Islam or something, like,
It was Pepe, wasn't it?
Yeah. It got to my heart, and this cat started controlling me and speaking through me.
Oh, that darn frog.
Insane.
So I have to ask you, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you if you've ever heard of or done any work with Marina Abramovic.
I've gone to see some of her stuff. I know who she is. She built an institute up in my hometown area in Hudson, New York, which I was pissed off about. She's also Serbian. I'm Croatian. We tend to not like each other. She has like the same name without the
yeah, without the T.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh no, don't worry. You're much more. I don't know the right word. She's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I remember my mom talking about her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that crazy Serbian lady. She did this dumb piece in Europe with this thing and blocked some traffic and da da da." And I don't know. To me, like, people just find her so amazing, and like when I went to go see her, I was just going out of curiosity, come and going with people. It just it seems so cliche. The left are just so like base level. They think they're it's just such a basic level. Like she was sitting there talking, she's like, oh, and then when you go to this exhibit you put on headphones and there's nothing and you just sit, and it's like
anybody could listen to
like a grain of sand. Is it fucking like kidding me? It's just like, it's called meditation. I'm sorry, you didn't create a new piece of artwork. It's called meditating,
This is my new art.
Yeah, like
it's like the Matrix.
Agree with that. And it's like, I'm not saying I'm this great big artist or anything. I mean, I just do corporate and private events and put on shows. I'm not doing anything super artistic right now. I don't feel. I'm just trying to survive right now, and what people want to pay for their parties is some cheesy thing. But if it were up to me to create avant-garde art pieces, like, I'm sorry, it's going to be past this level of, oh my God, so a speck of dirt is a speck of dirt, and embrace the speck of dirt, be the speck of, it's like, okay, that's like, we all got that like a long time ago. This basic meditation skills. Like, give me some sort of other insight that's a little bit deeper than that. I don't know. I just can't buy into it. I just feel like it's a joke. I think she's trolling everyone.
Yeah, I'll have to send you some information about her on the side that'll like really make your head spin. But it's fine that you weren't aware of that yet. Not many people are. But it's just, your whole world is filled with craziness, and I want to do something for you, definitely, for sure. I mean, can you like share your channel name or your blog, or where we can find you?
Yeah, sure. Well, I have a website, martinamarkota.com. Everything's pretty much connected on there. But I have just some of those articles on there. On YouTube, it's Con Artist. If you Google Con Artist, Martina Markota, Martina Con Artist, I should pop up. Yeah, what else? Social media, Twitter, Instagram, Martina Markota, Markota. It's all out there.
I'm going to link everything below in the description box, and I have to the obligatory point down for the description box, because otherwise I wouldn't be on YouTube. But I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about? I don't want to hog up your whole Saturday night. I know you're exhausted. We have not heard the last from you, and you've not heard the last from me, because I will not stop until I figure out some massive.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is our duty to not only try to figure out how we can move forward and how we can shift the culture and how we can make America great again, but it's also our duty, this whole process. This is like serious history in the making, and like every step that we take is important to show the world like what's going on in the world. Currently, the left are still going insane, and they're really bitter, and they're really vindictive, and they want blood right now. That's where we're at in history. Trump is making serious moves, and it's still infuriating them. At the same time, he's following up with his promises. So
they had to say, he's almost obsessed with doing what he said he would do.
Now it's a bad thing.
They're like, I don't understand why you want an investigation into the elections. How do you criticize somebody for wanting to make sure our elections are fair and free? How do you think, what, I feel like we're on the wrong CERN timeline. I really do. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it feels good. It puts a smile on my face to be on the right side of history, because we really are. And it must suck to be them and be so bitter and hateful and angry right now.
We've been upset and despondent and full of despair for a good 8-12 years. Look at my freaking crazy hair. For a good 8-12 years now. And we never did something like this. And I think that if Clinton would have won, it might have been a little bit of a different story. But
People think that if Clinton won, that the Trump supporters would have been even worse than the protesters are. Well, that's not true because lefty protesters are insane and conservatives are not that insane. But
Look,
in reality,
I never would have dressed up like a vagina and hit the streets of Washington if Clinton won.
yeah, and I mean, my view is that we would have all been on the internet going on 4chan trying to like figure out how to send her to prison. We don't go out and go, we go on the internet. We're like, all right, let's go. Like, let's get things done. Let's get this bit.
We're too smart.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it was really cool to meet you, and I know this is not the last time we'll be speaking. Thanks for coming on, and I'm really sorry.
Awesome.
Like I know that doesn't mean much, and it doesn't help to hear me say sorry, but this is really horrible and not fair. And I'm one of those people that has to make things right, and my brain is turning. I'll figure something out, and we'll work together, and we'll.
I appreciate that so much. Yeah, let's chat anytime. I'll have you on my show too.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Good stuff. Well, have a good night, and thanks, guys, for joining us. Make sure you visit Martina and give her your support, and she'll send me the links to those rooms where there are people having those conversations. If I can get like 100 to 200 of you guys in there countering all that shit, it would be wonderful. Thanks.
Yeah, send you some links. Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.